Hey, what's up guys? Going to do another EDC video update. Today my EDC has changed a little bit because I went down to New York State, specifically Middletown, to shop over at the mall there today with my friend. She drove me up in her Mini Cooper S, which is an amazing little sports car. Man, that thing's got some zip. It is super comfortable. I'm not as big as I used to be, but I'm still a big guy, and it's very comfortable riding shotgun in that car. And even I've been in the back seat before too, and that's even comfortable. So anyway, New York State, what's that mean for me? It means no gun. As much as I would like to, just can't do it, can't take the risk. Don't want to, have a felony charge just because I'm stubborn. So leave the gun at home when I go up there. It's not often I'm into New York State or New Jersey, but when I do, I do follow the law. All right, I don't always take my guns. I will admit to you, I have forgotten before. I'm so used to carrying a gun, or if plans have changed where I'm with someone and we go into New York and I go, oh crap, I got my gun on me, and then I kind of leave it in the car for the time being. It's unlawful, but it is not purposeful. All right, it's very important you guys know that. I don't purposely break the law, although occasionally, and you got to be honest with yourself, if you carry a gun, I'm sure there's been at least 1 or 2 moments in your life where you've carried it somewhere you couldn't, not because you did it on purpose or you're trying to hide it, but simply just because you forgot. You're so used to it. It's like having your wallet in your pants, and then it kind of dawns on you like, oh crap, I probably shouldn't have this here, Not a big deal, but anyway, just mentioning it. But I was consciously knowing that I was going to New York today, so I did not bring my gun. So my EDC's changed a little bit, so I figured I'd show you what I got. Don't normally ever talk about watches or anything, but I want to show you this. Got this watch when I was, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years ago. This is a gift from my grandfather's girlfriend, and her name's Ruthie. Let me show this to you. Oh, it's backwards because I'm looking in the camera thing. That's obviously why it looks funny to me, and I'm switching around. Anyway, New York Giants watch. This is not the original band. The reason I'm showing you this watch is because I wanted to tell you how awesome this watch band is. The original watch came with like a rubber band. It was super cheap. I mean, it's a cheap watch, but it works good. And I happen to be a Giants fan. And no, I don't care if you like the Giants or not. I watch more NASCAR these days than I do football because I'm tired of the flag being thrown every single play. They're like a bunch of babies out there. They can't, can't even tackle anymore without crying. But that's besides the point. I still like football. I still like the Giants. It is very frustrating because they have a lot of talent on their team, like other teams, and they just don't know how to put it together. And one of my biggest pet peeves is, well, actually 2 things the Giants do. First off, they don't cover very tightly at all. Man-to-man coverage barely exists. They play zone, all right, which I absolutely hate. Besides that, they don't manage the clock very well. They never have. Doesn't matter what coach you're talking about. But that's a little Giants rant. But the band on this was a cheap rubber one. It was uncomfortable, and it actually broke on me, so I decided to replace it. Got this band for like $12 at Walmart a couple years ago. They probably still sell them. This is a Timex, as you can see there, Timex Expedition. Besides a little logo for their Expedition watches. And it's just a Velcro watch band. Fit the watch perfectly. There's elastic on the back here, so even when it's on, it's very, very comfortable, very easy. Adjust quite a bit as far as length, so you can have a real fat wrist or a real skinny one. It'll probably fit you just fine. I think it looks decent. It's really made for being active if you're playing sports or, I don't know, walking through the woods, pretending to be awesome at bushcraft like a lot of us do. I like to think we're masters on bushcraft. I'll do a separate video on that because it's something I want to talk about for a while. A lot of people in the knife community do like bushcraft, but they really don't know what they're doing. And it's something that we all kind of know, but no one ever addresses, so I may make a separate video on that. But anyway, the watch band is awesome. So if you're looking for a watch band that's comfortable, check this out. The Timex Expedition from Walmart. So real cheap, affordable, and comfortable. So like that. Besides that, it's a wristband I got from the guy Haas I was talking about in the last video. And it just says train on it. It's from like bodybuilding.com. It's just a reminder for me to be conscious of what I eat and try to exercise and be healthy and that whole lifestyle kind of thing. And it's nice. I literally look down at it every now and then, and it is a reminder to go, okay, well, don't slip, don't eat junky food, try to stay on track. And so I like that. Originally, when all these rubber wristbands, I think I was in high school when this started, becoming a regular thing where people wore like the breast cancer ones, and every organization has their own wristbands. And at first I thought, that's so stupid. But, over time, it's not really stupid. It's nice to be reminded of certain things that are important to people. So anyway, that's what's on my wrist. I don't normally talk about it. All right, on to the good stuff. Let's see, left front pocket, just have a pen, nothing special. I'm just gonna grab my embassy pen from CountyCom, because my stainless steel one I do carry quite a bit, but it was a little heavy. I wore shorts today. I know can't really see it. Maybe if I jump up and down. White man can't jump. I'll turn down a little bit here anyway. You can see my pockets. A little bit better. I got shorts on. Let me do another jump for you. White man really can't jump. Anyway, left front pocket, pen. I did have a shopping list for like the food store and stuff, so I brought the pen so I can scratch off stuff on the list when I was having my cart. All right, so that was purposeful. But I do like having a pen on me at all times. It does come in handy. Front left pocket, the usual, just the iPhone 3GS. Love the phone, really do. Found out, let me tell you something real quick. I watched it's something I kind of knew about but didn't really focus on it. I watched a video clip in the news that someone sent me by email saying that when you take your pictures with your iPhones, you know, wherever you are, it obviously has some GPS coordinates if your phone has not been, if that feature has not been shut off. In other words, every smartphone, when you take a picture, it saves the GPS coordinates of where you took that picture for your own information. However, you post that picture on the internet, a lot of times people can take information from that picture, then reverse it and find the GPS coordinates, then go to Google, you know, Earth or whatever, and find out exactly where you took that picture. So if you're posting pictures of you in your living room, guess what? Now everyone in the world knows exactly where you live, if they're smart enough and care enough to find out where you live. So just a little tip from me to you. On these smartphones, you can go into your settings and shut off the GPS mode for picture and video taking. So if that's something that matters to you and you're afraid of strangers on the internet and it freaks you out that they know exactly where you live or where you're taking pictures and videos, you might want to shut that off. All right, so it's something that doesn't really bother me that much, although I shut it off anyway, just to be conscious. You never really know. There are weird people out there. So a little tidbit from me to you to be just a little bit safer. Because sometimes there's a lot of rivalries on YouTube and a lot of bickering and a lot of stupid arguments, and people take things personally. And you know what? Occasionally, they'll take it just a little bit too far. And then you get stuff outside of YouTube. You may get harassing phone calls. You may get phone calls to people who live with you because people are, you know, mental and they have issues and they will, you know, stalk you pretty much. And I know people who have problems with this all the time. And you make enemies and they harp on it. They don't have anything else to do. And you get under their skin just in the wrong way. You really just rub them the wrong way where they're dedicated to messing with you. And you certainly wouldn't want them to know exactly where you live. It's not a huge deal because your information's out there anyway. It really is. If someone wants to know anything about you, they're going to find out if they care enough about it. But just a little tidbit, if you want to shut your GPS off on your picture taking or your video for your iPhones, this way, you know, it's not as easy for people to find you. So, that's it. iPhone, absolutely love it. Okay, in the pocket, 3 things kind of just floating around in there. Flashlight, talked about this many times before, the Preon, absolutely love it. 4.7s makes great flashlights. I'd like to get the 2 AAA version, but this works fine for now. It's really no big deal. Plenty of light, 3 light modes on it, and I use this flashlight all the time. Yesterday I went to dinner, my neighbor's, she's kind of new, and she had me and my other friends come over for dinner, like dinner party kind of deal. And just leaving, it was real dark, and obviously I didn't drive because it's right across the street, so I walked over, and it's pitch black, and I'm walking through her yard and over like a rock wall and stuff, and the flashlight just totally came in handy. So just another reason to have a flashlight on me. But anyway, besides that, the Leatherman Micro, or excuse me, wow, that's stuck in my head now because my last EDC video, I forgot what it was called. Oh, I have it over here, my EDC drawer. You guys want to take a little peek in my EDC drawer? I know you do, you nosy people. Let's see. I'm going to turn this back around. My EDC drawer. Some goodies in there. I'll do videos on that in the future. It's not everything I carry, but it's just a nice little selection, so in the morning I can just grab and go. So anyway, let's get you back up here. Yeah, but I said micro because that's what I couldn't think of in my last EDC video. And let me flip the thing back around here again. Here's the Leatherman Micro with the scissors. And just the name totally escaped me, but a lot of people mentioned it in the other video, And thank you for being smart and knowing your tools. But I do love this one. I had this a long time. I want to say 3 or 4 years at least. But the Leatherman P4 Squirt, for me, has taken its place. I like the pliers. They're a little bit more handy than the scissors. Although scissors are handy sometimes. If I have a blade, I probably don't need scissors. But the pliers are great. They're not needle nose, but they're small enough for most tasks that I need it for. And as far as size, they're very comparable. You can see here. So anyway, not the Micro. This is the Micro. Also another cool tool. But anyway, Leatherman P4 Squirt, also in the pocket. Alright, now, main blade, because I'm going to New York, has to be my cold steel Voyager X2. 6-inch blade, clip point, plain edge, just nasty knife. I'm telling you, long handle, you get lots of reach, you can really choke down on it here. I mean, the reach I have is ridiculous. I feel sufficient enough to defend myself lethally if need be with this knife. Now, of course, it's not going to stop a bullet. Someone pulls a gun and decides that they want to threaten my life, then I'm going to have to just be really fast and hopefully really close to them. Whip it out. What's good about this is that you can flick it out. Sometimes, depending on the situation, what I'll do to make it easier to flick out is I'll depress the lock back just a little bit. Okay, that helps with the pivot being a little bit smoother. All right, so when you pull it out, pointer finger, hold that down just a little bit so you can flick it out easy. But because there's so much heft and weight in the blade, it's not even really necessary. Just the momentum of you flicking, the weight will fly that blade out. All right, it doesn't take that much. All right, see, that one wasn't really enough force and only opened a little bit, but pull it out of the pocket, pop it open. Same thing in reverse if you needed to, pull it out. So awesome, awesome knife, just a massive blade, extremely intimidating. And I would bet good money that if someone pulled a pocket knife on you, and then you quickly whip this out, and they're not too close to you, there's a decent amount of distance, so they have time to actually think, because these people are usually stupid, and they look at it and they go, never mind. Never mind, I'll go bug someone else. But if I did have to use it, at least I can use it with confidence and know that I can definitely get the job done. And it just makes me feel good. Alright, so if I can't have my gun, I always have this guy on me. Besides that, I don't want to scare the sheeple. So, lately I've been rocking my my Spyderco. Yes, in my little sheath. Alright, I'll pop this off. This is just there's just a metal belt clip on the back, but I just want to show you what it looks like. Now with my shirt, normally it is just concealed. Alright, now again, you gotta see my face on this one. This is what I do. I didn't say it's legal. I didn't say that you should do it. This is just what I do, okay? But my backup blade, I do carry concealed. And it's just a Spyderco Endura. This is the one I customized, the Lone Wolf version from 2010. It has the Glock Armor's tool in the back, which is basically just the punch, so you can completely break down any Glock. And on the spine, it says cutlerylover in there. And on the back, my name, Jeff Smith, which people still don't think is my real name, which is funny, but it is. It's my name. So Spyderco Endura, and here's the sheet. By the way, this rides real nice in it. It's comfortable. I can really just shimmy around. Not that you want to see me belly dance, but it's not going to fall out. And even if I get down low and do push-ups, not that I can do a lot of push-ups, but it doesn't fall out. It's nice and snug in there. You can see I have to tug it just a little bit to get that out. But form-fitted, really cool. Got this one from Quality Knives in a trade a long time ago from Ashley. And you can see the spider web on there, so it goes to the whole Spyderco theme. And a little spider on the bottom. It's pretty cool. What I like about this setup, and there's a stainless steel clip on the back, so if you wanted to, you can carry this inside the waistband. Let's do that real quick. I haven't actually tried that, to be honest with you. It's I don't know, that my pants right now in the belt are just a little thick. There's definitely less exposed there, but to get to it, it's not too bad. I prefer the other way. It's a little thick. This clip doesn't accommodate a really thick, pants or anything. And these aren't that thick. It's just I prefer it just in the belt as opposed to in the actual pants material. All right, but I carry it obviously like you saw before. Pull the belt out, and just on the belt is secure enough It's not going anywhere. So, pretty cool. Spurtico Endura. So, that's pretty much it as far as blades. Of course, in my wallet I still have that little Victorinox Swiss card. That's always with me. But this is my small lure knife as to not scare people. I'm sure it's still scary to some people, but whatever. If I need a knife to do something, I just take it out and that's it. Haven't had a problem. Today I can tell you that a mall cop at Middletown Mall saw me take this knife out to cut something real quick. Just cutting a string off my friend's shirt, or her shirt, you know, like on the sleeve, had a little string hanging, didn't want her. She went to go pull it. I said, no, you're gonna unravel it, and we just cut it off. And I pulled this out, and I saw the guy watching me, and he gave me a funny look, like, oh, what's the guy gonna do? Oh no. And then that's it. Guess what I did? I cut the string off, and I caused no one any harm, and there was no kind of terroristic scare, so everything went out real nicely. So anyway, that I believe, oh nope, there's more. In my pocket, also have the Acholi Changer, which is pretty cool. If you want more information on this and where to get them, look them up. Here's the website still in the back here. Coindispenser.com. Get in tight with that. Okay, so you can see that. That's where you can get these things. I did a review on this before. I think they're awesome. They come in a couple different colors, and some of them even have like a keychain type deal. This is fine. I have found that occasionally, not often, but occasionally, the coins will get a little loose. If you're jostling around, they might, you know, sit like this, and I haven't had one actually like pop out completely, so there's loose change, but they do get a little jostled if you're, you know, walking around all day or moving around a lot. But anyway, pretty convenient. It's just an easy dispenser, not just keeping it together so it doesn't rattle in your pocket, but more so just for dispensing. If I need, say, 66 cents, right? I know 3/4 for 75. Just flip it around, get a penny. That's 76. So obviously I'm not very good at math, am I? Let's try that again. Wow, that's embarrassing. 66 cents. I was trying to impress you, and I screwed up. 66, all right, 2/4, that's 50. A dime, 60. A nickel, 65. Penny, 66. As opposed to going like this, not that it's a big deal, but looking in your pocket and, okay, let me get the quarter, and it just, you know, maybe it saves 2 or 3 seconds in your life. What are you gonna do with that extra couple seconds? I don't know. Anyway, that's funny. I'll leave that in, because I'm real. And I'm not perfect. No one is. So, Acholi Changer, couple blades, flashlight, multi-tool, and pen, and watch, and wristband. And I have to bend down so you can see me. So that's all. EDC update for New York State. I feel naked without the gun. It feels weird. People ask me all the time in messages, you know, have you ever need to use your gun to defend yourself? Nope. Nope. I've been lucky enough not to have to. Also, there's a misconception, I think, that people who have guns, they must live in really bad areas that they need a gun. Well, I don't need a gun. I don't think anyone really needs a gun. Honestly. It's all about what you prefer. I'm talking about citizens, not like law enforcement or military, but no one needs a gun, but it's our right to have a gun if you like, so why not? I was a Boy Scout, I like to be prepared. That's all it's about. I'm not looking for trouble. I'm not trying to start any trouble. I'm not trying to make people uncomfortable. It's just my preference to carry a gun, okay? Nothing more, nothing less. I really don't think much about it. So, that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it. My legs are starting to fall asleep squatting like this, so I guess I'm gonna head out and do some other stuff. Take it easy, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Take care.